Hello, welcome back to some Strat-O-Matic baseball. We have game 2 of our Greg Maddux 1997 replay. The Chicago Cubs are in town to play the Braves in Maddux's second start of the year. The Braves are 4-1. The only loss they've had was Maddux's first start in Houston. The Cubs come in at 1-4. It's Sunday afternoon, April the 6th, 1997. The Braves are in their brand new Turner Field, which was started in 1997. I always wondered why that only 19 or 20 years that they had this field. When I heard that they had built a new one, I was a little bit surprised because 20 years is not a long time, so there's probably some story behind it as to why they had to build a new one so fast. If not, that certainly seems like opulence or a waste to build a state-of-the-art stadium and then rebuild a new one that fast. But at any rate, it's the first year at Turner Field, and again, the Cubs are in town, so let's see if Maddux can fare better than he did in his first start. So he comes in at 0-1 with a 4.91 ERA. His nemesis Jeff Bagwell banged 2 home runs off of him. So again, the challenge to this is going to see if how close Strat can come to getting Maddux's 20 walks in 233 innings and 9 home runs. So so far he's given up 2 home runs. So he's off to a bad start there, but we'll see how it goes. So leading off for the Cubs will be Brian McRae. He's hitting .250, and again, the Cubs are 1-4 so far. That's a 1-8, and he draws a walk. So right off. So 1-8, McRae will walk. All right, so McRae will hold him on. That'll bring Brant Brown to the plate. Mark Grace was the normal first baseman, so I'm not for sure why he's in. He's a C bunter, so I don't think he's going to bunt. So we're going to put the infield back, and he is indeed going to hit away. That's a 4-4, and that's a catcher's card X. Looks like Perez might be Maddux's personal catcher, because he's caught both games so far. 19's be a ground ball 2. We got an 8, so that should be a fielder's choice. Little number in front of the plate. Perez grabs it. He fires to Blauser, but that's all they will get. So 2-2-6, 1 away, and Brown is on with the fielder's choice. We're going to hold him on as well. That brings up Brian Sandberg, who's hitting a .150 with an RBI so far. He didn't have a great year in 97, doesn't look like. 264, 12 homers, 64 RBI. He's probably getting close to the end of his career in 97. Let me look. Yep, actually this is his last year. So, all right, so he'll step into the right-handed batter's box. Brown tries to get a lead, and he's not able to. So Sandberg will take his crack at Maddux here. That's a 3-3, and that's going to be 1-9 would have been a single, but a 17 will be a line out to short. So 3-3, got a 17. So Ryan Sandberg makes good contact, but hits it right at Blauser for out number 2. Sammy Sosa is hitting .263. He has a couple bombs already. He had 36 for the year, as you can see. Struck out an impressive 174 times and only walked 45, so he must have been working on that launch angle even back in 97. 3-4, and that's hit back to Maddux, who is, I think, an 18-time Gold Glove winner, something crazy like that. He fires on to first, and that'll do it for the Cubs in the first. They get no runs, no hits, no errors. They leave a runner on. Half an inning in the books, no score. Terry Mulholland is going for the Cubs. I think he ends up with the Giants. Yeah, he does. Leading off's Kenny Lofton. Lofton is hitting .316 with a home run. So he's off to a pretty good start. 4 stolen bases already. Again, he's freshly transplanted from the Indians. 4-5, and that's a shortstop X. Sanchez is a 224. 17, he'll get to it, and 11 will make no errors. So good defensive play by Sanchez as he throws out the speedy Lofton for out number 1. Tony Graffinino is up next. This will be his first plate appearance of the year. Mulholland, by the way, is 0-1 with a 3.38 ERA. 4-9, and that's going to be slapped to left for a base hit. That'll find a hole between Ori and Sanchez, and that will give the Braves their first base runner. Not a lot of run support for Maddux in his first start, so he's hoping for better things here this time. They're holding on Graffinino, but he's not going to try anything here. Mulholland holds at a -6, so Mulholland with a good move. Chipper Jones is hitting .273 so far in the replay. 4 RBIs, couple doubles, and a triple. 5-6 is a righty, and that's going to be lofted out to center field. Brian McRae will track it down for out number 2. Fred McGriff, the crime dog, hitting .238, home run and 3 RBI. He will lefty versus lefty here. McGriff is a little better versus righties, but not much. 3-4, and that's grounded hard down to the second baseman. Ryan Sandberg will field it and throw on to Brown to retire McGriff. No runs, a hit. 1 runner left. We've got 1 in the books here at the brand new Turner Field. No score. Trying a new way of getting the card so I don't have to reach over here to my left and keep hitting the table or the camera. All right. Dave Clark is hitting .750. He's 3 for 4 with a double so far. Maddux looks for the sign and delivers. 3-5, and he strikes out. Strikeout number 1 of the day as he swings and misses. Maddux is a little better versus lefties. He's 3L, so he does better against the lefties than he does righties with that. Again, with that fastball that would look like it'd be inside or a cutter or whatever it was, and then it'd break back in over the inside corner against lefties. That was a mean pitch. Kevin Ory's hitting .385 early in the 1997 season. 5-8, and that's a second base X. Graffinino is a 215. So an 11, he will get to it, and an 11 on the air, and he will make a nice defensive play for out number 2. Scott Service, former Red, is hitting .154 with an RBI so far. You can see there, not a bad offensive year for Service. 6'10", that's a shortstop X. Blauser's a 319. So a 19, he'll get to it. 7-8 on the air check, and he will make the play as well to end the inning. Cubs go in order here in the second. Go to the bottom of the second, still knotted at nothing. Andrew Jones is 0 for 4 so far in limited playing time. Terry Mulholland for the year was 6-13 with a .424, so he didn't have a great year. in 97. Andrew Jones wouldn't hit 197, wasn't one of his better years either. Of course, he didn't do bad. The average wasn't great, but in limited at bats, he had 18 home runs and 18 doubles. 5-10, and that's a single check. It's 1-8 here at Turner Field on an average day. And 13 will not cut it. So 5-10, 13 on the 20. And he will slap it down to Ori. Ori will set and throw out number 1. Ryan Klesko, he's off to a good start, hitting .474, 3 home runs and 3 RBI, 2 doubles. So he's off to a hot start. Lefty versus lefty here. Klesko is quite a bit better versus righties. Again, questioning Bobby Cox playing him. 3-8. That's a fly ball out to left field as he goes the other way. Clark will chase it down in the left center field alley. Out number 2. Eddie Perez is 0 for 4. So, yeah, it looks like the only games he's playing is Maddux. So it looks like Maddux might have a personal catcher. And it looks like that's what Eddie Perez is. We'll see how it goes from here. 1-8. He flies out to center field. That'll do it for the Braves as they go in order in the second as well. Brian McRae will flag it down here on a beautiful Sunday afternoon. Or an average Sunday afternoon, I guess. No score after 2. Ray Sanchez. I think he started with the Mets, if I remember correctly. Again, my late 90s baseball is a little rusty. Sanchez is, this will be his first at bat of the year. 5-5, and that's grounded to short. To Hopper to Blauser. He will throw him out. Out number 1. Kerry Mulholland, he hit 164 at 3 doubles. So not a horrible hitting pitcher. 3-7, and that's going to be a strikeout this time, however, as he is overpowered by Maddux. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Quickly, there's 2 away. Second strikeout of the game for Maddux, the 6th on the year. He only had 177 strikeouts in 233 innings, so that was why he was so fun to watch. I always preferred him to Clemens or Randy Johnson, is because he got you out by pitching, and so his game was just to keep you from hitting the ball hard, and so he was a lot of fun to watch. So Brian McRae, he walked and was erased on a fielder's choice. 6-3, that's a left field X. Klesko is not a good fielder out there as he's a 4-9, so we'll see if he can get to this one. 10, he will not. Gets a 9, so he doesn't make an error, but it'll drop in as he's not able to get to it. And McRae will be on with the first base hit of the game for the Cubbies. And he's being held on. And brings up Brant Brown. McRae's trying to get a lead, and he is picked off attempt and dives back and just barely gets in safe. So he's not able to get a lead. Brant Brown, left-handed hitter, and again Maddux is 3 left, so he's a little better versus lefties. 2-6, and he will strike out this time. So that'll be strikeout number 3 of the day. Maddux changes him. Fastball right down the middle. As Brown was looking on that one, apparently expecting something else. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 runner left. We go to the bottom of the 3rd, still nothing. Again, hopefully the Braves can give Maddux a little bit of some run support here. I think it was 4-1 was the last game he pitched in the Astrodome. Jeff Blauser's hitting .333, 3 RBIs rather. 2-6 versus the lefty. 1-4 would have been a triple, but as it is, he flies out. Got 2-6, 12 on the 20. That's out to center field. McRae will get to it for out number 1. Greg Maddux hits 104. Did have a couple of doubles and 67 at bats. That's a 6-7, and that's a second base X. Sandberg again is a 212. 15, he'll get to it. A 6 on the E. He will not make an error either. So good defensive play by Sandberg in his last year in the majors. 2 away. Kenny Lofton grounded out to short in his first effort of the game. I figured he's got a 15 run. I figured he would be a little bit faster than that. 3-7 versus a left-handed, and that's going to be a strikeout. So that's the third time this year that Lofton has fanned as he looks at a nice curveball. Strikeout looking for out number 3, and for the second inning in a row, Mulholland retires the Braves in order. After 3, no score still. Looks like an NBA score from last night. Miami beat the Raptors 98-84. Stoudemire, I think that's how you pronounce his name, had 25 points. Interesting. A bit of tidbit news there. All right, Maddux on for inning number 4. He'll start off with Ryan Sandberg. Hall of Famers here. I'm pretty sure Ryan's a Hall of Famer. Yep, he is. I figured he was. So Hall of Famers here facing off in the twilight of Sandberg's career. 4-8. 1-8's a single, and he perseveres for the single. So second hit for the Cubs today. He slaps that one up the middle. Maddux not able to field that one. And the Cubs get the leadoff hitter on here in the 4th. So Sandberg is being held on. Sosa's not going to bunt. Sandberg tries to get a jump, and he does. A 1-13, and he's in safely. And he gets a 20, so how about that? Eddie Perez with a -1 arm. Maddux holds at a +1, so that's an even wash. But on a 20, everybody's out. So Sandberg caught stealing 2-4 for out number 1. All right, Sammy Sosa. He bounced back to Maddux in the 1st. 2-10, and he proceeds to strike out. Strikeout number 4 of the day for Maddux. Strikeout swinging. Pulled him on a change of pace there. 2 away. Dave Clark was a strikeout victim in the 2nd. 2 away, nobody on here in the top of the 4th. 1-9, and that's trouble. That's hit out to left field over the head of Jones, or slapped the opposite way, actually over the head of Jones. Down into the corner. Klesko will field it, and Clark is into second with a double. So that caught stealing hurts right now. All right, Kevin Ory. Might be worth walking here. Yeah, I think I will. Take our chance with service, so we're going to give him a free pass. That's going to hurt his walk totals. Let me see how many intentional walks Maddux had this year. Maddux 97. He had 6. Can you believe that? Out of the 20 walks he had, 6 were intentional. So that's his first intentional here this year. So he only had 13 walks that were not intentional in 233 innings. That's just unbelievable. All right, Scott Service is he grounded out to end the 2nd. 2 out, 2 on. Big at bat here for both teams. 1-2, and that's hit back to the mound. Maddux with his 18 or however many gold gloves it is, throws him out. Gets out of the pickle. I was half tempted not to do that intentional walk because I wanted to keep his totals. I'm wanting to get as close to 20 as he can on those walks, but you have to kind of manage like they would in real life. So no runs, a couple hits, no errors, 2 left on. We still have a 0-0 game here going into the home half of the 4th. All right, Terry Mulholland pitching a good game. The Braves just 1 hit. He'll start with Graffinino, who has that 1 hit. And I accidentally hit the button twice. Do my favorite move here, the undo. All right, so Graffinino. He is 1 for 1 this year with that hit back in the 1st. He gets a 6-9. Uh-oh, that's going to be a home run if he has power, and he does. How about that? See, that's a 15. Yep, that should be a bomb. 6-9, 15 on the 20. He hits that out to right center field, and it is out of here. Looks like Mulholland gave up 24 home runs at 97, so that's his first, and the Braves are on the board. So Graffinino had 8 on the year. That'll be his first. So his first action of 97 is going well as he's 2 for 2 with a home run and a single. Chipper Jones flew out his first at bat. Six. He is a righty, and he will strike out here. Second strikeout of the game for Mulholland. Strike 3 called on the outside corner. Nice pitch by Mulholland there. Jones a little unhappy with that call, but he will retire to the dugout nonetheless. Fred McGriff, he grounded out to end the 1st. 6-7, and that's going to be a second base X. Again, Sandberg is at 212. He's made both of his chances so far today. Not going to make that one as he rolls a 1, so that'll be a single. And a 16. Boy, he just dodged an error there. 15 and 17 were errors, so Sandberg is able to get to it. But the throw to first is not in time. And Fred McGriff with an infield single. Not a threat to steal, but they're holding him on nonetheless. All right, Andrew Jones grounded out to start the 2nd. 6-5. We keep hitting that 5, and that's a walk. So it looks like Mulholland has pretty good control. He only gave up 51 walks in 187 innings, so that's not horrible. He issues his first one here today to Andrew Jones, and that'll bring Ryan Klesko to the plate with runners on 1st and 2nd. 1 away. Again, Klesko already has 3 home runs for the year. We'd love to see number 4 here. Here's the pitch for Mulholland, lefty versus lefty. 5-11, and that's hit to short. Sanchez will go to Sandberg. They fire it on to first, and that's not going to be in time. So McGriff makes it to 3rd. Jones retired 6-4 for out number 2. Fielder's choice for Klesko. They're not holding him on, and he's not going to try anything. Eddie Perez is 0 for 1. He flew out to end the 2nd. Again, 0 for 5 so far. 2-8, and that's popped up on the infield. Sanchez will call for it and squeeze it to end the inning. Oh, the Braves get a run on a couple of hits. No errors. They leave 2 on. And after 4, the Braves are on the board 1-0. We got 8, 9, and 1 due up for the Cubbies. Ray Sanchez will start things off. He grounded out in his first effort of the game. So 5-8, second base X. Again, Graffinino is a 215. A 20, he'll get to that one with plenty to spare. A 9 on the error check is good. And so nice defensive play by Graffinino to retire Sanchez, 1 away. Terry Mulholland struck out in his first at bat. 4 strikeouts on the day for Maddux. 5-5, and that's a ground ball to short. Hit relatively hard, but Blauser is there and will throw on to first to retire Mr. Mulholland, 2 away. Brian McRae, I think he ends up with the Mets later on in the year. He does. He has walked and singled. Unfortunately, not got any further than first base for the Chicago Cub fans. It's a 3-11, and that's popped up on the infield. Perez a little bit, I think it was 3-11. Oh, I got the wrong player. There's Mr. McRae. Actually, that's a 1-4 as a single. He got a 16, so that's going to be a lined out. So still in the air, but hit a little straighter. So he got a 16. That's lined to Graffinino, and Cubs go in order. After 4.5, the Braves are up by 1. In real life, the Braves won this game 4-0. Let's see. I don't know if he went the distance or not. No, he went 8 innings, so he came close. 3 hits, no walks. Excuse me. All right. So Mulholland, facing a 1-run deficit, will face 8, 9, and 1 as well. So Jeff Blauser will start off. He flew out his first at bat of the game. Here's the pitch from Mulholland. 5-9. He's a righty, and that's hit down to short. Sanchez stops it from going up the middle and will fire from behind second base to retire Blauser, 1 away. Greg Maddux grounded out to Sandberg. Hall of Famer to Hall of Famer. It's a 4-10, and that's a slap the other way to right. Maddux a little tardy on a fastball, but Sosa is there to retrieve it for out number 2. Kenny Lofton is 0 for 2. He struck out looking. His last at bat. Get a 4-11, and that's hit the other way to short. Sanchez right there, and he will fire quickly to get the speedy Lofton. And the Braves go in order. We've got a pitcher's duel going here at Turner Field. After 5, it is still 1-0 Atlanta Braves. All right, top of the order are actually 2, 3, and 4 due up rather for the Cubs here in the 6th. Brown is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Having a hard time hitting that tower today. 5-3, and that's a pitcher X. As you might imagine, with all those gold gloves, Maddux is a 1, but he does have a 19E rating, oddly enough. So he gets a 12, 11, 13, so he dodges all those errors. There's 1 on 6, 9, 12, 15, 17, and 18, but he hit the 13, so he will make the play. Retire Brown, 1 away. Ryan Sandberg singled and caught stealing back in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. 5-11, and that's hit down to third. 3 hopper to Jones. Jones will charge it, play it on the short hop, fire on to McGriff, out number 2. Sammy Sosa will step to the plate. He's 0 for 2 today. 2 out, nobody on. Sosa obviously could tie this game in a hurry. Maddux notwithstanding. Oh, crap. 6-5 for a righty, and he hits it hard, but right at Blauser. So Blauser will play it on one hop as he spears it and throws him out to end the inning. So for the second inning in a row, the Cubbies go down in order. We go to the home sixth, 1-0 Atlanta Braves. Mulholland seeing if he can keep the deficit just to 1. We'll start off with 2, 3, and 4 as well. Here in the Braves sixth, he starts with Graffinino, who is responsible for the lone Brave run as he homered back in the 4th. He had 8 home runs on the year in real life and 186 at bats, so he could hit a bomb on occasion. 3-5, and that's trouble again. Mulholland hangs a curve. Graffinino proceeds to drive it into the left center field gap. Nobody will get to that one. And Graffinino will slide into second with a double. So Graffinino is having him a career day. He slaps a double. Just needs a triple for the cycle. All right, nobody out. Graffinino on second. Braves would like to pick up this insurance run for sure. We got 3, 4, and 5 due up, so see what they can do about it. Chipper Jones is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. 4-7. 1-3 is a single, and he does. That's a 1-star single. So he hits a line drive. Get it in here. He hits a line drive to center field. Graffinino has to hold up to see if McRae will catch it. He's not able to. So he will only able to advance to third. That'll put him on the corners with nobody out. So they've got the infield in here, trying to cut off this run. Fred McGriff has an infield single and a ground out to show for his effort today. Lefty versus lefty. Here's the pitch. McGriff has 3 RBIs and a home run already this year. Oh, Dad, burn it. Wish I could hit that tower. 4-11, and that's hit to short, and that's going to be a B. So Graffinino is going to try to score. Sanchez fires to the plate, and Service blocks it and guns him down. So he's out 6-2 for out number 1. Jones to second, and McGriff on with a fielder's choice. So the infield in paid off for the Cubs that time. Andrew Jones. Cubs back at double play depth here, trying to get out of the inning without any damage. Jones seeing if he can foil their plans. 5-8, and that's exactly what happened. So a hard grounder, tailor-made double play to Sanchez, clips to Sandberg, on to Brown, and that will do it for the Braves. So that hurt. 6-4, out number 2. 6-4-3, double play. So that could prove costly. No runs on 2 hits, no errors. They leave 1 on. We've got 6 in the books. Still a 1-0 razor's edge lead for the Braves. All right, Dave Clark will lead off here for the Cubs. He has doubled. That was his second double of the campaign, and struck out. Here is the pitch from Maddux. That's a 1-8, and that is gone. He needed a 1-12 and got a 1. Oh, I hit the wrong button here. Undo. So a 1-8. Got a 1 on the 20, and that is hit deep to left center field. And it is out of here. We have a tie ball game. All right, Kevin Ory was intentionally walked and grounded out. 2-3, and that's a soft grounder to second base as he's fooled on that Maddux delivery. Graffinino will charge and throw him out for out number 1. got service. 0 for 2. 4-7, and that's slapped to right for a single. Hit number 5 of the day for the Cubs. 1 hopper to Jones. And service is on first. He is not a threat to steal. Ray Sanchez is grounded out twice. One 6, and that's a single to right field. I doubt that service will try for third. Jones has, oh, did I hit the wrong thing here? So I got Sanchez with a 1-6. Huh. That's not what his card looks like on the computer. 1-6. Well, that's weird. I've never seen that before. His computer card is not the same as his card. I have to report that. So on the computer, it's actually a single with 2 stars. So we got a 5. So he slaps it to right. Service will chug around to third. And Greg Maddux is tired. Again, the Braves bullpen this year is not great. That brings up Mulholland. We'll see if they what they do with him. All right. Maddux in a bit of trouble here. With him tired, let's see. His 5-6 and 5-7 versus righties turns into a 2-star single, so you almost have to get him out of here. Of course, I'm going to see what he can do with Mulholland. So we'll do the corners in. They bring in Jose Hernandez to pinch hit. See if he's got a card. I think he does. Yep. All right. So I think I will go ahead and bring in somebody else here. Let's see who we got. Again, Mark Wohlers looks like he was their main save guy. Embry was their lefty. Their lefty guy. I got Wade was a lefty. That Bird, he wasn't very good at all. Mike Bilecki had some relief, and he wasn't that great either. I'm going to go with Mark Wohlers. He was their closer, but not going to manage like a lot of other. Right now, I don't need him to get 3 outs with nobody on. I need him to get 2 outs with runners on the corners. So let's see if he can save Maddux here. So that'll be it for Maddux today. Again, not a bad outing, but you would like to see it have finished a little better. All right, so we got Wohlers, Mark Wohlers. Wohlers has yet to have an appearance this year. So we're going to do the corners in. Going to try for the double play up the middle, which is a little risky. We're holding Sanchez on at first, and he's a good threat to steal, but they're not going to try. Hernandez rather is 0 for 2 this year with a strikeout. 6-11, and he strikes out. So Wohlers with the big strikeout there. Hernandez swings and missed. Change up. Nice jam. Hernandez way out in front. And that's out number 2. So that'll bring Brian McRae, seeing if he can come through for the Cubs. Now Sanchez tries to get a lead, and he's not able to, so he'll hold it first. And Brian McRae will swing away. Runners on the corners, 2 out. That's a 2-5. And that's hit down to Graffinino at second base. He will get to it and throw on to McGriff to end the inning. So nice job by Wohlers there. So 7th inning stretch time here. So Maddux will at least be spared a loss. Not able to get the win either. They do get a run on 3 hits, no errors. They leave a couple on. We go to the home half of the 7th. We're tied at 1. 7th inning stretch time. Who was the 2020 All-Star Game MVP? I don't have the first idea. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. All right, so Turk Wendell, there's a name I haven't heard in a while, will come on for the Cubs. Turk Wendell. Right-handed pitcher. He is 0-1 with a 15.43 ERA, so he's not off to a great start. All right, so find Wendell if I can. Okay, Turk Wendell. He's not in here, so hold on a second. Let me see if I can hunt him down with one of the other teams. Let's see. He had 76 innings pitched as a reliever and 5 saves. He should have a card, so hold on just a second. Let me see if I can dig him up. All right, he ended the season with the Mets, so I was able to hunt him down. So Ryan Klesko will lead off here for the Braves. So the Braves offense has been pretty atrocious in Maddux's 2 starts. They've able to get a grand total of 2 runs so far. See if they can rally here in the 7th. Klesko is 0 for 2 today. 6-10. That's a shortstop X. Sanchez is a 224. It's a 9. And then a 7. So he will make the play. 1 away. Eddie Perez. 0 for 2. 1-7, and that's going to be a single. Hits it back up the middle. So the Reds get, or the Braves get the go-ahead run on first. Perez is not a threat to run, so let's see who we can maybe do here pinch running. Let's see, we'll bring in Lopez to catch. Let's see, find somebody who can run, who can't hit. So he's at 12. Tucker's a pretty good hitter. Rimke can't run. Mordecai's at 12. Go from a 9 to 12, it's a little better. He can't hit, so we'll go ahead and put him in. All right, so Mordecai on to pinch run. Jeff Blauser to the plate. 1 out. Blauser is 0 for 2 today. That's a 6-8, and he draws a walk. All right, got Wohlers. Again, our relief isn't much to write home about. He's not even much of a bunter. We'll have to take our chances. All right, so I guess we can go ahead and bring in Lopez. Let's see, we got Michael Tucker, who's pretty good lefty. Wendell is quite a bit better versus righty, so we're gonna want a lefty for sure. So we'll go with Michael Tucker on for Wohlers. Tucker. Pinch hit. All right. See if we got a card for him or not. Yep. Sure do. All right, Michael Tucker, he is hitting 118 with an RBI so far, so he's actually had a little playing time. Not off to the greatest starts. Oh, they're bringing in a relief pitcher. How about that? So, Mel Rojas, who is a righty, oddly enough. But he looks like he had 15 saves, so he may have been one of their main save guys. So, Mel Rojas, right-handed, will come in to face Tucker. So, all right, 76. Mel Rojas, let's see if he's in here. Had 85 innings pitched, so he could be with somebody else too. And it looks like he is, so bear with me while I find him. Mel Rojas was with the Mets too. Looks like the Cubs traded their whole team to the Mets this year. All right, here we go. Michael Tucker. Runners on first and second. One out. 3-8. And that's a two-star single. How about that? So Tucker slaps a Rojas fastball to Sosa. And Mordecai will score. Blauser to third. RBI single for Tucker. And the Braves are up 2-1. Kenny Lofton, they got the corners in, trying for the double play up the middle, which may be difficult with Lofton. She probably didn't hit into too many. See, Tucker got a pretty good chance of stealing second. Let's see, steal second. So 44 hits 1-14. So I'm going to try. And he gets it. So 1-14, he's in. And he gets a 6. So he slides in safely with a stolen base. So that takes away the double play. As Scott Service is not able to catch him. Now the infield will be in for Kenny Lofton. Lofton's 0 for 3 today. 3-8, and he strikes out. Ouch. It's a horrible time to strike out. Swing and a miss. Got a little piece of it, but Service held on for strike 3. That's a big second out. And that brings up Graffinino, who's had a heck of a day. He's a triple shy of a cycle. Infield back, of course, with 2 outs. Second and third. Tucker runs at a 16 at second base. 6-11. That's a home run check, but here at Turner Field, that's a 1-5. So that will not do it. 6-11. 16. So that's a deep fly ball to left, but Clark will get to it. That'll do it for the Braves, but they get that run. 2 base hits, no errors. They leave 2 on. We go to the 8th. It's 2-1 Atlanta. So now we got to figure out who we're going to bring on to pitch. Looks like they got left, right, left, due up. All right. Looks like, let's go with Embry. We also got to get us a catcher here. So Embry's pitching, and then Javier Lopez will go in the 7th spot to catch. All right. So we got to get Embry's card. Alan Embry has yet to start this year. He was 3-1 with a 2.54 ERA in real life. And he will start off with Brant Brown. They may pinch hit for him. We'll see. Let's see, Mark Wohlers was in there. Forgot to put him in. Now we've got Alan Embry, left-handed extraordinaire. Yep, they're going to pinch hit. Doug Glanville will take his place. Got a chest match going here. Glanville will pinch hit. Glanville is 0 for 6 so far this year. I'm pretty sure Glanville was a Strat-O-Matic player and said as much in some interviews. All right, here's the pitch from Embry. Embry's actually a little better versus the righties. And that's a 3-6. 1-7 is a single, and he gets a 1. So the tying run is on first for the Cubs. He hits a liner to center field. Lofton will play it on a hop. Glanville, who's got pretty good speed, is going to be held on. Embry holds at a +4. Lopez's arm is a 0. So Ryan Sandberg said, I imagine they'll try to steal here. Let's see. Yep, he does. Pickoff attempt. Ooh, barely got back. And he's running 1-13. He didn't get a lead, but still. So 1-13, and he's in safely. He gets a 5. So Glanville in safely. A stolen base. And we're having to hold him on at second, so see if he tries for third. I don't think I would in this situation. All right. Yep, they're going to let Sandberg hit. Nobody out. The tying run on second. 3-7, and that's trouble. That's driven deep to center field. Lofton won't get to it. Glanville will score easily. And Sandberg is on with a double and ties it up. And that's his first double of the year, and we are tied at 2. Sammy Sosa is 0 for 3. So 3-4. Ooh, that's hit hard down to third. 3-5 was a straight up home run, but Chipper Jones will throw him out. Look, Sandberg back to second in the process. 1 away. Dave Clark hit the game tying home run back in the 7th. Lefty versus lefty. They're going to stick with him against Embry. 2-8, and that's a fly ball to left field. Klesko will get to it for out number 2. Kevin Ory is 0 for 2 with an intentional walk. 3-9, and that's trouble. Dad burn it. Braves bullpen's not that great. So that's going to be, hits that one to the left center field gap. Nobody will get to it. Sandberg will score. Ory on with a double. RBI, and Embry is tired. All right. 3-2 Cubs. Well, let's see what we got here. I felt like we needed Wohlers in that one spot, but that may have been, maybe I should have let him hit. It's a good thing about, that's why I hate the DH. I mean, that just, the DH, we wouldn't have had to figure out, do I keep Wohlers in or do we try to get a rally here? To me, that's just a huge part of baseball. I'm trying to see. Okay, so, let's see. Got righties coming up. Let's go with Klontz. See if he can do any better versus service. All right, so Embry. There's Klontz. Klontz has yet to play any. This will be his first appearance today. He'll start with Scott Service, who's 1 for 3. 5-5, and that's a walk. Two out, runners on first and second. Braves running into a speed bump here in the 8th. Ray Sanchez is 1 for 3. Klontz looking for out number 3 here. 4-10, that's a ballpark check, and he rolls the 3. 1-8 is the number. So 4-10, It's a 3. That's going to be a 1 star, so we'll say that's an infield single. The bases are loaded with the pitcher spot up. Let's see what who was it Riggleman? Was he the manager of the Cubs? Yep, Jim Riggleman. The Cubs were 68-94, so they were 5th in the NL Central, so not that great. So let's see. Rojas looks like he didn't have any at bats. Let's see what happens here. Yep, they're going to bring on Dave Hansen, left-handed hitter. Going to pinch hit. Go ahead and let Klontz see what he can do here. Not a lot better options in the pen. See if there's a card for Hansen. There should be. He had 151 at bats. There he is. All right, Dave Hansen. Let's see. Do we have a lefty in the bullpen? We've got Wade, who is better versus righties. Let's see. Hansen is a ton better versus righties. And we're going to go. I was going to bring in Tyler Wade. So we're going to play the percentages here. We're in trouble if this goes into extra innings. All right. So Terrell Wade, lefty, will come in to face Hansen. That's it for Klontz. Said if this goes to extra innings, we're in trouble. Running out of pitchers. Let's see, do they have a card for Wade? He only had 42 innings. He may not. Pretty sure that he didn't play for anybody else either. He wouldn't be on somebody else's team. Let's see, Wade. Terrell Wade. Nope, he only played. So I'm not going to make a card, so you have to trust me on this one. So we got lefty versus lefty. Hansen is not very good against left-handed pitching. 6-7. However, Terrell Wade does not have a good card, so that's going to be a 2-star single. Hansen hits it to right field. Ori will score. Service, who runs at a 9, will score as well. And the Braves are in trouble. So that's a 2-run single. That's one thing about a little bit more modern seasons. You get a little bit more of this relief pitcher business than you do like some of the older seasons, like 47 or even in the 60s. Relief wasn't quite a big of a deal as it was in the late 90s. But anyway, Hansen comes through against all odds with a 2-run single. And that'll bring up Brian McRae. So we're just going to let Wade ride it out here. So hopefully he can get that third out. 3-9 versus the lefty, and that's hit to right field. Andrew Jones will be able to track it down, and the Cubs have batted in order. They get 4 runs on 5 hits. No errors. We left 2 on. We go to the bottom of the 8th. 5-2 Chicago. All right, 3, 4, and 5 due up for the Cubs. Looks like Terry Adams has been called on. To take the Cubs' place on the mound. There, he has a card, so he hasn't pitched yet this year. Had 18 saves, but he wasn't that great. So let's see if the Cubs can, or what the Braves can do here. Chipper Jones is 1 for 3. 3-4, and that's a slow grounder to second base. Sandberg charges and throws out number 1. Fred McGriff has an infield single and 3 plate appearances today. So 111, that's a home run check. But again, Turner Field is a pitcher's park, so that 10 will not do it. Actually, we got 1 to 11. That's a single check, and that's not any. Wait a minute. 111. Yep, I was right the first time. Home run check. Turner Field will hold this one in. Deep fly to right field. Sosa back at the warning track. Reaches up and grabs it for out number 2. Andrew Jones, 0 for 2, hitting the double play and walked. 5-6, and that's a single. Hit number 8 of the day for the Braves. So he lines it to left. Clark will throw it back into the infield as Jones repeats with a single. Ryan Klesko 0 for 3. He could make this game interesting here with a 2-6. Let's see what happens. How about a 5-5? And he walks. So that'll put runners on first and second with 2 out. Javier Lopez, who's into the game, he's hitting .417 with a home run. So get Javier Lopez's card. Javi Lopez, again, a couple RBIs. He has a double as well. So he could tie it up with one swing here. He's got 3-4, or most of a 3-5 would do it. But how about a 2-9? A 2-9, and that's a strikeout. So Javier Lopez not able to deliver as Adams gets him with a sinking fastball, swung right through it. And that'll do it for the Braves in the 8th. No runs, a hit, no errors. They leave on 2. We go to the top of the 9th. 5-2, Chicago. So we got Wade on the mound. I think I'll go ahead and let him pitch here and see if he can. See, he starts with the pitcher spot, Terry Adams. They're going to let Terry Adams hit. And I think he's pretty much their closer. Let's see, we're on the second spot here. So Terry Adams. He didn't hit any in real life, but he will hit here. A 2-6 is a strikeout. So Wade will get the first strikeout of the inning, or the first out rather. He tries to hold up. They point down to the first base umpire, and they ring him up. So Ryan Sandberg is 2 for 4 with a double. That was his first double of the year. An RBI. Gives him 2 for the campaign so far. Well, 3-8, and that's a ground ball, or lefty actually. 3-8's a line out to third. So there's a lot of goodness there in Sandberg's 3 column, but he finds the out. Lines out to McGriff for out number 2. Sammy Sosa. Been quiet today, 0 for 4. Again, he could be a problem here. And that's a 6-4. That's a catcher's card X. Javi Lopez is a 4-3. It's a 7. It should be a pop out. 14, no error. So he pops him up. Big bender, swung on, straight, pops it straight up. And Lopez will call for it, squeeze it. So Wade able to keep the 9th from being any worse. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The Braves down by 3. So they're hanging with Adams here. Terry Adams looking for his first save of the year. He had 18 in the real life campaign. And he will start with Jeff Blauser. Blauser's 0 for 2 with a walk. Again, he had a pretty good offensive year this year for Blauser. 303, 17 home runs, 70 RBIs, 31 doubles. 1-8. 1-9's a single, and he gets a 19. So that won't do it. 1-8, 19. He lines it to Ori, and Ori's right there, out number 1. All right, so we got the pitcher spot up. Let's see what we got in the bullpen, or in the on the bench rather. I think we still got Keith Lockhart, so we'll bring on Keith. Keith is 0 for 3 with a walk so far this year. Keith Lockhart. Pinch hit. All right. Nobody on, 1 out. Braves down to their final 2 outs. 2-7, and that's a fly ball to center field. Gray will track it down, 2 away. All right. It is up to Kenny Lofton. 0 for 4 today. His average has dropped to 261. I think he's 0 for when Maddux is starting. 2-10, and that's hit to short. Sanchez will field it with no difficulty and pause for effect and throw out Lofton by a step. That'll do it. So our second Maddux replay ends in defeat. So the Braves are 4-2, and they have lost both of Maddux's starts. Let's see his line score. So he went 6 1/3, 6 hits, 1 run, 1 earned run, 2 walks, which gives him, I think that's 3 for the year. Did he have 1 last game? I can't remember. I think he did. Yeah, he did. So that's 3 for the year. 1 intentional. And again, in real life, he had 6 intentional out of those 20, which is just, that 20 was impressive. Knowing that 6 of those were intentional is even more so. He gave up 1 home run, which has given him 3. So he's already 33% of his home run stats. He didn't get the decision. Alan Embry took the loss, his first, and a blown save to boot. So that will do it for today. So let's see. I think the next start is, I think he's got Chicago again. Find him here. All right, so his third start will be in Chicago on April the 12th. Looks like he pitched very good that game. So his ERA was 2.57 after 2 games. In real life, he's sitting at 3.29 right now. Again, those 3 home runs. At this point, he hadn't given up any home runs. Matter of fact, in real life, he didn't give up any home runs until his 6th start against Pittsburgh. And at this point, he had given up just 1 walk, and he's given up 3 so far. So anyway, that's kind of where we're at. So hopefully, again, not a bad game by Maddux, but would have liked to have seen him persevere through the 7th and pick up the win. But as it is, he didn't take the loss. So anyway, I will see you next time.